Welcome you all. Today I would like to start new topic in which we will cover some of the definitions plus few of the statistical data. So let's begin our session with the topic called sectorial energy consumption. Sectorial energy consumption is all about the consumption of the electricity in the different sector, namely in industries, domestic, then after commercial and the railway. Okay, so one question, that why we need to learn the sectorial energy consumption pattern? Okay, tell me. So you can say the sectorial energy consumption pattern provide us the statistical data, okay, which is helpful for us. So here we have a table with us which shows the consumption of the electricity in different sectors, namely industry, agricultural, domestic, commercial, railway and other. Okay. After visualizing this table, you can conclude that the demand of the electricity consumption is quite high in industrial sector compared to the domestic and all other sector. Okay. If you just observe the table, you may notice that the demand of the electricity in industry in year 2000-2001 is 1,07,000. Okay, near about 1,07,000, which is increased in year 2015 and 16 by an amount 4,23,500. Okay, so you can just predict the drastic variation here. Okay, just within 10 years, demand of the electricity is getting increased. Why it is increased? Because of the development of the advanced technology. Okay, for example, let's say the demand of the electricity is in year 2015-16 is near about to 4,23,000. Now, based on this statistical data, the government is able to identify the rate of the energy consumption in next years, let's say in 2020-21. Okay, and based on this prediction, we need to produce power, okay, to cope up the demand. Okay, so the statistic is quite important for the engineer because it provides us the guideline, and based on this guideline we are able to decide our production rate. Okay, if our production rate is increased, then it is purely wastage. If it is reduced, okay, then it might affect on our GDP growth. Okay, so to maintain that level, it should require to have the look on the statistical data, and that's why here we are discussing the sectorial energy consumption. Okay, just observe table and identify the rate of electricity usage in different sector. In this table, the one of the greatest demand for the electricity is in industrial sector compared to the another one. On right hand side, you can also observe the percentage increment in the demand of the electricity year wise. For example, in the year 2001 and 2002, the demand is increased by 1.85% compared to 2001 and compared to 2000 and 2001. Okay, so likewise we need to keep all data, okay, with us, which provide us the guideline to manage energy as well as to produce new energy. Okay, so it is all about the sectorial energy consumption. Okay, now the next topic is energy needs for the growing economy. Okay, per person, the usage of the electricity is indicate our growth, or you can say our GDP. So energy is one of the key factor for the economical growth, and we can say the energy have a linear relationship with the growth. Okay, as the growth increase, but obviously demand of the electricity is going to be increased, but this is not true. Okay, if we consider the losses, then the demand of the electricity is always higher than our growth. For example, let's say our GDP is required to growth by 9%, then we need to increase the electricity supply by 12 to 15% because of the losses. So the demand of the electricity ultimately indicate the growth, but it does not have a linear relationship with the growth, okay, because of the losses. Clear to all, and per capita energy consumption is required to be increased because it ultimately indicates the growth of the country, growth of the GDP. So for the wealthness, we need to increase the electricity supply, as well as we need to increase our GDP by consuming more energy sources and by producing more product. Okay, so it is all about the energy need for the growing economy. Okay, it is very minor topic. Okay, ultimately it indicates the relationship between the growth and the electricity, or you can say energy. Clear? Now the next definition is energy intensity. Okay, it is a definition which is directly related with the energy economy and the growth. So you can say the energy intensity is the energy consumption per unit of GDP. Okay, energy intensity indicates the development of the country. India's energy intensity is 3.7 times of the Japan, 1.55 times the USA, 1.47 times Asia, and 1.5 times the world average. Okay, because we are developing country, not developed country. Okay, so energy intensity is indication of the energy consumption per unit GDP, which has a directly relationship with the previous topic called the energy need for the growing economy. Okay, we need to increase our energy intensity in order to increase our GDP. Okay, now next topic is long-term energy scenario. Okay, previously we have discussed the Indian energy scenario. Okay, now I would like to brief you about the long-term energy scenario. Long-term energy scenario is all about the prediction of the particular energy sources for the future. Okay, so let's start with the coal first. So you can say coal is predominant energy sources for the power production in India, because the majority of the power plant in India are based on the coal. Okay, and it's generate about the 70% of the total domestic electricity. The coal is remain primary fuel for the power production. Okay, so despite of the significant increase in the total installed capacity during the last decade, still we found some of the gap between the demand and the current production. So to cope up with this demand, we need to explore more coal mines. Okay, so production currently stands at around 290 million ton per year, but considering the future scenario, we need to improve our coal production. Okay, I mean to say we need to double our production to cope up the electricity demand. Now next one is oil. The India's oil consumption was reported at 5270.734 barrel per day in December 2019, and this record an increase from the previous year, that is 2018. In 2018 we have consumed 5000 barrel per day, approximate 5000 barrel. Okay, so this data is yearly updated by the Indian government, and looking this data, we need to increase our oil production rate. Okay, you can visualize here consumption as well as the production rate of oil. Okay, so just you have a look on this graph. From the graph you can say we need to produce more oil, okay, in order to cope up our demand. Okay, because we know that in India day by day we are launching new cars and the new vehicles, which leads to the development of the some of the strategies by which we are able to cope up the demand of the oil. Okay, so it is all about the oil. Now next one is electricity. From the government data, what I found that in November 2020 we have consumed 95,293.280 kilowatt, okay, of electricity, and if we compare the uses data with the previous month, that is October 2020, then in October 2020 we have consumed 1,07,728.590 kilowatt. Okay, so the consumption rate in November is decreased. Why? Because of the winter season. So by considering the seasonal factor as well as the climate condition, okay, we need to identify the energy consumption pattern, or you can say electricity consumption pattern, and based on this we need to provide data to the government so that they can manage the production of the electricity accordingly. Okay, so it is all about the electricity, and here we have one table in which you can observe the consumption pattern of electricity, okay, state sector wise as well as private sector wise as well as central sector wise. So it is all about the long term energy scenario. So in long term energy scenario we need to focus on the previous data regarding the energy consumption pattern of different resources, and based on that we need to predict the energy demand for the future years so that we are able to cope up the electricity demand. Okay, so it is all about the today's session. Thank you.